Turok was an amazing game for its time. Released in 1997 by Acclaim for the Nintendo 64. Now what many people don't know is that this video game Turok was actually based on an Acclaim comic by the same name. Acclaim came to rely on Turok as its best hope for a financial turnaround. Iguana pushed the Nintendo 64's graphic capabilities to its limits and were forced to compress or cut elements to fit the game on its 8MB cartridge. Bugs delayed the game's release from September 1996 to January 1997. Now, critical reception of Turok was highly positive. Turok spun a sequel which was also as entertaining as the first. But there were also a few games in the Turok series that were cancelled or just never released. And so in today's video, we'll be discussing unreleased Turok games. The first game we will be discussing is the Turok Game Boy Advance prototype game that was cancelled in favor of a 2D version that was actually released in 2002 entitled Turok Evolution. In February of 2009, Hidden Palace was able to obtain a playable version of this game. Now while the game does look rather impressive for a small handheld console, this game is extremely buggy, but what else would you expect from a game that was never finished? This build of the game has absolutely no collision at all. You can simply go through everything. There is also a weird creature that can be summoned by pressing the B button, which causes the game to stop all rendering processes and movement. The creature also gradually gets bigger as if it was moving from the distance. The enemy does not attack, nor does it do much else other than stand in stationary pre-rendered animation on the screen. The enemy can be killed with about 4 shots. Now this game also includes collectibles from the original Nintendo 64 version as well as key landmarks from the original game. And that's pretty much all we know of this prototype. Now let's move on to the next game. Let's talk about Turok for the ill-fated portable console known as the Gamecom by Tiger Electronics. Now not much is known about this game, but Tiger had an internal studio dedicated to developing titles for the Gamecom, and it is speculated that Turok was probably one of them. This version of the game remains unknown by most gamers, as it was only named in a few listed areas and most magazines at the time did not have any images to go by. It seems that Tiger often showed mock-ups for the games that they wanted to make for their consoles, so we don't know how much Turok was really in development for the portable console before it was abandoned. Now this is the only known screenshot to exist of Turok for the Gamecom, and it was found in GamePro issue 111 on December 1997. And it also seems that some footage was also shown in an old episode of Cybernet TV gaming show, but honestly I wasn't able to recover anything. And finally, let's talk about the cancelled sequel to the PS3 and Xbox 360 port of the Turok original, simply titled Turok 2. Turok 2, the intended sequel reboot of Turok, was cancelled by Disney back in 2009 before it was even announced. When the development of the next-gen Turok for Disney Interactive Studio was finished, Propaganda Games started work on a sequel, but the project was cancelled when most of the team was fired. In an article written by Kotaku, the writer states, "Sources tell us that Vancouver-based Propaganda Games is in the process of laying off approximately 70 employees. That reduction in workforce is likely closely tied to the cancellation of Turok 2, a title never officially announced by Disney, but one of the 2 projects that Propaganda was working on." The Vancouver-based developer Propaganda Games was at the time working on an RPG Pirates of the Caribbean game, which was also cancelled, and after the release of Tron Evolution in 2010, the studio closed down. Not much is known about Turok 2, and we're not sure how much work went into it before the cancellation occurred, but it seems that it would have been possible to ride dinosaurs in the game, as in the original Turok 2 of the Nintendo 64. Luckily, there are a ton of concept arts and information on the game. Turok 2 was set to have Turok or possibly a different character return to the planet from the first game. Several soldiers left behind became zombies and would live in the swamps. Orcs were to be introduced along with several new weapons. The game seemed to have a mix of prehistoric and cyborg style existence. Many of the concept art images show robotic exomechs that may have been playable in the game, but one can only speculate. The animator who worked on Turok in the past and several other Disney Interactive Entertainment titles, Jeremy Brown, has uploaded what appears to be a live-action teaser trailer he made himself for the cancelled Turok game. And free of any copyright infringement, the link to the trailer will be provided in the description below. And that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Check out some of our other videos if you like, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter and give us any suggestions for any future videos you'd like to see. And I'll see you all next time.